All right, welcome to Sin Bin Stream. Tonight we have NFL action. We start off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Houston Texans in Texas at Energy Stadium. Energy, whatever it is. Hope everybody had a great Monday. And ready for some more football. All right, just double checking the audio. Figured I'd jump on a few minutes early. Not sure how quick they kick off when there's these rare Monday night doubleheaders. If they'll start soon after 6 or not kick till 6:15 or what have you. All right. Lots of injuries happened yesterday, unfortunately, especially at the QB position. Jaden Daniels might miss some time for Washington. McCarthy for Minnesota with a high ankle sprain. And, of course, the big one, Joe Burrow and his turf toe. I don't understand the criticism because turf toe is a very painful injury from what I've heard. And it's pretty hard to walk, let alone, run and plant and change direction and things like that. Especially as a football player. All right. Let me double check everything's muted really quick, too. All right. Nope. Need to mute that. All right, that's muted. That's muted. All right, good. Stream seems to be excellent. I have to keep an eye on the internet. All right. Oh, I guess I should get the poll going while I remember, because otherwise I'll forget once the game is underway. Nope, hold on. Yep, let me get the poll going. Hello, Charles Ferrer. I already forgot. Who the heck did the Texans lose to? I don't even remember. I have to look at week 1. I can't remember. All right. Disneyland or in Vegas, your local ABC station will cut off Bucks Texans if it runs past 6. Oh, yeah. So Chargers Raiders can be seen locally. Right. Yeah, I kind of had to wonder how that might work. I know I'm in the Chicago area. We only get the first game on ABC, so I'll have to switch to ESPN Unlimited. Or I'll have to see if NFL Plus is a little quicker, but that would be off of Wi-Fi, so I don't know. Have to compare the speed. But yeah, makes sense for the local coverage. Hey, I don't understand these double headers, but all right, we'll roll with it. Go from there. NFL rules moment happened yesterday in KC and Philly. I know, it was weird. Yeah, in this area, they stuck us with the Giants-Cowboys game that went overtime before they switched to that game. I mean, I was watching WNBA on ESPN Unlimited anyways, but yeah, that was interesting as well. All right, we got a. Not sure how much pregame they're going to do here. Obviously, ABC just came on the air. See how this goes. Yeah, who the heck? Why am I can't even hardly remember. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Actually, should probably just stick with this, and we'll. Here, let me get an extra window open. Check NFL.com. Go through the previous week, maybe. Really quick. Oh, the Texans lost to the Ravens. Okay, I had forgotten that. No, that's last year. Why? That is last year. Why is NFL.com so messed up this year? That's this year. What in the world? Oh, the Texans lost to the Rams. Okay. I don't understand. Yeah, they have been having issues when you switch weeks. They take you to the wrong year sometimes. And let's see, who did the Bucks beat? I am blanking. Oh yeah, the Bucks won in Atlanta. All right, I had totally forgotten that. All right, looks like we're actually already set for the kickoff. So enough chit chat. And the kick is in the air, taken at about the 2 or 3 between the far hash and the far numbers. Returned by the Texans up the near sideline, past the 35-yard line by number 14. And 14:53 to go, 1st and 10 for the Houston Texans. As C.J. Stroud and company take to the field. All right, again, they're in all white, white pants, white jerseys, and their usual blue helmets. All right, back to pass. Stroud throws to the left sideline, incomplete, not out of bounds at 14:49, bringing up 2nd and 10. All right, are we going to get live stats or what's going on here? Come on, NFL.com. Get the box score on ESPN. Ready. All right. Shotgun, back to pass, completed over the middle to number 19, out near the first down line. Going to be about a yard short. Should be 3rd and 1 coming up, depending on the spot. It is 3rd and 1 at about their own 45-yard line. All right, seriously, where are the live stats? There we go, finally. All right, he missed Collins on the first pass. Last pass was caught by Xavier Hutchinson for 9 yards. 3rd and 1. 5 seconds on the play clock. Handoff to the deep back, and he is stuffed initially, but maybe second effort he got it. It's going to depend on the spot here. The Judge from the far side is marking it as a first down. We'll see if that's officially what gets marked off. All right, they did give him a first down. 1st and 10 from like their own 46-yard line. That was Nick Chubb on the carry. Went up the far hash mark and then had to cut to the middle a little bit. 1st and 10, their own 46. Handoff to Chubb. This time he stuffed for at least a 2-yard loss. The D-line just blew that up. It wasn't Chubb's fault. He had nowhere to go. Yeah, there was 4 linemen to greet him before the 44-yard line. I mean, he had nowhere to go. He was literally every direction he could go. There was a Buccaneer waiting to tackle him. All right, 12:45, clock rolling, back to pass. Stroud dumps it to Chubb. He's at the 50, inside the 45, 40, 35, cuts back inside the 30 and down. And another first down for Houston. And yeah, I will be pulling for Houston since I'm a Packers fan. Got to root against NFC rivals here. Good downfield blocking to help spring it further. Patterson. And then 31 made the tackle for the Bucs. All right, shotgun, back to pass, looking, pops one down into the end zone. Caught. Was he inbounds or out of bounds? What's the call here? It is a touchdown at 11:53. Wasn't sure. It was Collins. Let's see the replay. 2. Boy, I don't know about this one. I think this might be coming back. I don't know if he got 2 feet. He'd adjusted it. I mean, I'll put it on the board. I can zero it out, but they're going to definitely review this for a while. Great concentration if it ends up standing, but I don't. Ball in hand. Is it controlled? He's got the left foot, I guess. Then the right foot toe drags. Yeah. No, I guess it is. I wasn't sure. My only question was because he adjusted it with his left hand, if they'd consider that possession. But even then, if you don't say he had it, I think he still had a knee in bounce, which would be as good as 2 feet. So, yeah, even if they say possession didn't happen initially, I think because he got his right knee in bounds, it's going to stand. Of course, we're going to commercial, and they'll review it. But I think Javin Mason, you're right. I believe it is probably going to be a touchdown. Yeah, I'm sure, speaking of NFL rules, I'm sure nobody as a Broncos fan was happy about that leverage call, and I guess it was pretty controversial, but, you know, just because it's rarely called doesn't make it any less of a penalty. But I know that doesn't, when it happens to your team, it's even more frustrating. Doesn't make it easier makes it harder to take. All right, trying to fix the helmets, not having any luck. Got to reposition this. Okay. All right, that looks a little better. Oh, excuse me. All right, so while they review it. Okay, it's already upheld. So why did ABC take a timeout? They had enough time to quickly review it. Why? They better not kick this extra point and then go to commercial as well. That's going to be insane. All right, so of course it is a touchdown. It's confirmed. Yeah, so even if he didn't secure it until it was his left hand, I think his knee or shin got down either way. So, yeah, just the first replay from that one angle, it was really hard to see if he had made it or not. Like, if the first foot was down when he had possession. But, yeah, after seeing it from the other angle, it seemed pretty clear. But I don't know why ABC was allowed to just take a break. I wish we would mark this ball in play and kick the extra point already. So Fairbairn on to kick the extra point for the Texans. The snap, the hold, the kick is through the uprights and good. 7-0 Houston, and they will kick off next. So it looks like the safety got... Yeah, it was just one-on-one coverage, no safety help over the top. They had another route in the general vicinity, and that's why it was one-on-one. Heck of a catch, though. Nice throw, not to take anything away from the throw by Stroud, of course, either. That was a great throw. 25-yard plays week 1 at the Rams. None. Tonight, 2 already. All right. Oh, they're looking at Collins' right elbow as well, I think, from dragging on the fake turf. All right, Fairbairn tees it up. Kick is in the air towards the end zone and kneeled down for a touchback. 1st and 10 coming up for Baker Mayfield and the rest of the Buccaneer offense. So Stroud goes 3 for 4 for 65 yards and a touchdown. Chubb had 2 carries, long of 1, -1 so far. 3 catches by the Texans for 65 yards. Nico Collins, on the catch for 29 and the touchdown on 2 targets. All right, Baker in shotgun, 2 receivers each side, a back with him and to the left, back to pass, rolls to his right inside the 20 and floats it out of bounds for an incompletion at 11:45. Bringing up 2nd and 10. Had to roll out. So Irving and Evans at earning. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, it was Irving, running back, Evans. Yeah, and got it. At wide receiver, apologies. All right. 2nd and 10. Shotgun. Handoff up the middle. Gets maybe 4 where it'll be 3rd and 6, depending on the spot. Probably Bucky Irving on the carry. Texans have Danielle Hunter at edge. D'Amico Ryans, of course, the play caller, the head coach. All right. 3rd and 6 from their own, 33.5. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, throws, caught by Mike Evans for the 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Bucs. Mayfield was in shotgun. Irving was to his left. Evans over the middle, hit him on the near hash mark, and he dove. Did he get touched down, though? Because he got up the run. Oh, yeah, he did get touched. Okay, yeah, somebody did get him. Okay. All right. Receiver in motion to the top. Shotgun back to pass. Looking. Throws down the middle. Should have been intercepted just inside their own 20. But it falls incomplete at 10:21, bringing up 2nd and 10. Underthrown ball by Baker and into double coverage, basically. He was going for Egbuka, number 2. He ran right down the far hash mark. Then ball was going to meet him between the near hash and the near numbers, and it just underthrown and should have been picked off, but was dropped by the defensive back. 2nd and 10, shotgun, back to pass, throws over the middle, caught for the first down and popped and hit down. It was Otten, number 88, on the catch. And a 1st and 10 inside Texans territory. Just, one of the guys slipped and he just kind of went up the seam and turned in, and the ball was there. Big shoulder-to-shoulder hit by, I guess, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. All right, 1st and 10, handoff, Bucky Irving up the middle inside the 35 for a gain of about 6 or 7. Bring it up 2nd and 3. 9:30 to go. I didn't know Bucky Irving was from Chicago. I didn't realize that before. All right, 9:12 to go, first quarter. Oh, it is 2nd and 4. My bad. All right, back to pass after faking the handoff. Rolls to his right. Throws it. Caught near the 20 for a first down by number 17 on the Buccaneers. Let's see who that is. Sterling Shepard on the reception. Yeah, he was double covered, but he came under the coverage and got himself free and open, and then caught it and took 2 steps and went out of bounds. Good play, good throw, good catch. All right. Under 8.5 to go, first quarter. Shotgun, back to pass. Mayfield to the near sideline. Oh, Mike Evans caught it, and if it's ruled, I thought it was going to be ruled a touchdown. We do have a flag on the play as well at 8:17. Are they going to mark him at the 1? I thought maybe he got pushed out of bounds. Oh, that should be OPI. Never mind. That's not going to be DPI. It is OPI. So how many yards is that? I've forgotten. Yeah, he definitely... He two-hand shoved Stingley Jr. and then got the catch. Yeah, that was an easy call to make. It is a 10-yard penalty, so 1st and 20 coming up after the Mike Evans penalty for OPI, offensive pass interference. 8:10 to go. In shotgun, 3 to the near side, Baker's left. Back up, it's a handoff to Irving. He's at the 30, 25, 20 near the original first down, bringing up a 2nd and 10, pending the spot. 7:50 to go, first quarter. As they highlight Luke Godicke, 4th season, number 67, 2nd-round pick in 2022. 40th start in 43 games, I think it said. Tristan Wirfs out tonight. He had knee surgery in July. Showing him on the sideline. In shotgun, 2nd and 10. Receiver in motion, near side. Back to pass, looking right. Now throws over the middle. In the end zone, caught for a touchdown. It's 7-6. As the Bucs answer back immediately and pull back within 1 point of the Houston Texans. Ryan Miller, 20-yard receiving touchdown. Pending the extra point, we'll be all tied up. Miller was on the near side, near the hash. Just ran like a corner route to the far corner and caught it over number 2 for the touchdown. 9 plays, 65 yards, 4:41 off the clock. Here's the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's up and through the uprights and good. We are all tied up at 7 apiece. Kickoff coming up next. Okay, I have to scroll. Okay. Yeah, we'll take off possession. There we go. All right, both teams score on their opening drive, and we're off to a flying start. Glad they got it going right away. Maybe this game doesn't go long and we can get to the Chargers-Raiders on time. And I will be behind on that. You know, I'm doing this off of over the air, you know, roof antenna TV. When I do the Chargers Raiders, it's going to have to be off of streaming, either NFL Plus or ESPN Unlimited. I'll take a look and see which one's quicker. All right, well, speaking of which, just a reminder, Chargers Raiders immediately following this game. I mean, unless for some reason there's a slight break, then that game will start at, I'll be on at 9 or like a minute early. Tomorrow night, WNBA playoffs continue Tuesday and Wednesday with game 2s and all those series. Dream are up 1-0 on the Fever. Aces are up 1-0 on the Storm. These are all best of 3. Liberty at home, they're up 1-0 on the Mercury after that overtime win yesterday. And then the Lynx are up 1-0 on the Valkyries. Thursday and Friday will be game 3s if they're necessary. Otherwise, Thursday we can we'll definitely do the prime football game if there's no if there is no game 3s for the Tuesday night series. It will be Miami at Buffalo then, 7:15 p.m. Central, as they show the Texans mascot doing some stuff off a wire from the ceiling, their bowl or whatever. All right, should be set for the kickoff momentarily. Baker Mayfield looking at the tablet on the sideline with one of his coaches. Believe we are set for the kick. It's in the air. Taken at about the 7 on the far numbers. Brought to the hashes. Now towards the near numbers. Towards the near sideline. Past the 30 and knocked out of bounds near the 35. Noel, number 14, on the return at 7:04. 1st and 10 for the Houston Texans. At 7:04 in the first quarter. All right. Stroud fakes the handoff, rolls to the near side. There's a penalty on the play, and he runs out of bounds. So it's probably going to be a holding, probably going to be backing them up 10 yards because it was thrown in the backfield. No, it's on the Bucks, on Reddick. I got this. Got a bot already. I took care of it. So Reddick got held. I'm sorry, Reddick held number 12 again. I forgot. That was the guy who got the touchdown. What am I saying? Nico Collins got held. So a first down for the Bucks. Handoff to about the 45 for a gain of 3. It was Nick Chubb, second and... Let's see. Sorry, I got to catch the clock up. 2nd and 6 coming up. They gave him a gain of 4. 6:20. So a defensive holding penalty. That was odd on a lineman, too. He just held a receiver. All right, from their 45, shotgun, back to pass, looking, dumps it to the left side, caught for the first down, and then some inside Bucks territory, inside the 20. They're in the red zone, a long gain, about 30 yards or more, and another 1st and 10. All right, 1st and 10. That was caught by Woody Marks, number 27. It was a gain of 37. All right, at the Bucks 18, handoff up the middle to Chubb. He's at the 10 and knocked down. I think they'll give him the 10, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 2. He kind of got hit at the 12 and fell forward to the 10. 5 minutes remaining, opening quarter. Texans driving on their second possession of the game. Tie game 7-all. All right, another handoff to Chubb. Left side, first down, and they'll mark him at the 6. So, we got a late flag, though, so hold that thought at 4:34. It was a really late flag. They were already spotting the ball. Oh, it's holding on the Bucks. So, Titus Howard. So, wipe out the first down. And they'll go back to 2nd and 12. Yeah, it was a really late flag, though. Like, Chubb had already been tackled, and the side judge was marking the ball, and then all of a sudden there was a flag. All right, clock rolling again, 4:30 to go. Second and 12. Stroud in shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side. Back to pass, looking right. Throws, dumps it short. Slight gain, maybe no gain, depending on the spot. 3rd down and long. Gave him a gain of 3, 3rd and 9. Excuse me. 3:55 to go, first quarter. 3rd and 9. Stroud is 5 for 6, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown so far on the evening. All right, big 3rd and 9 in shotgun, a back to his right, a bunch formation to the top or the far side. Back to pass, looks, throws over the middle in the end zone, too far, incomplete. Just out of the reach of 84, the intended receiver, Justin Watson, who has 1 catch for 3 yards. I think he just had the last catch, yeah. Pretty good coverage by 35, and he dove for it, but couldn't even get his left hand on it. I am assuming, yep, Fairbairn is out there with 3:29 to go on 4th and 9. A 35-yard attempt. Kick is through the uprights, right down the middle, and good. 10-7 at 3:25. And the Texans regain the lead, but have to settle for a field goal. And we'll see what the Bucs do on their second possession after another timeout. Yeah, so let's see. Chargers, Raiders. Let's see. I've already forgotten. Chargers, Raiders. I already forgot. Chargers beat the Chiefs in the Sao Paulo game. I think the Raiders won in New England, right? Yeah, so they're both 1-0. That's right. They won by 7 in New England over the Pats. They hadn't won there in a long time, I think. Like, not just because of Brady, like even longer ago than that. Yeah. I don't know, like their standings are like impossible to find. It's got to be stats, right? Nope. Just wanted to take a look, and I remember looking and I'm like, I don't remember it being this difficult to find their standings. Maybe team stats? No. So weird. You would think like standings would be something they'd want people to be able to find real easy, and let's see, injuries, transactions. Here's standings. You got to go to teams first. Got it. Yeah, we'll take a look at those later. Yeah, but big game in the AFC West. It's for first place thanks to the Broncos blowing that game in Indy yesterday. And the Chiefs dropping to 0-2. The Colts, I think I read, haven't... Booker T is there, the former wrestler. I don't know. Oh, they keep putting this ad up there. I can't... Yeah. Oh, every time. No box score available. Every time it refreshes now, I get an ad. All right, kick. Return past the 20. Taken down at about the 23 at 3:19, where the Bucs will start 1st and 10. Johnson. Oh, he got a forearm shiver like a wrestling move to knock him down. Wow, he got knocked horizontal. Yeah, it was a shoulder. But 45 took the brunt of the hit to his head. All right, Bucs trail by 7 only now on their second drive. 4 of 6 for 55 yards and a touchdown, I think it said for... Oh, yeah, they got a first down by a penalty. Caught by Mike Evans for a few yards. 3:12 to go first quarter. Bring it up second and about 5. Nope, make it 4. Gain of 6 for Mike Evans. Oh, gosh, another bot. Yep, it happens. That's why we have the delay set for 9 seconds, so it makes it easier to catch the bots. So you don't have to see that. All right, from their own 29, they got to get to the 33. Handoff up the middle. Tackled short of the first down. It was Bucky Irving on about a gain at 2. Bringing up about a 3rd and 2 from their own 31-yard line. Josh Grizzard is their offensive coordinator. 67's on the sideline. I think weren't they just talking about him earlier? Might have some sort of arm issue. His right arm, maybe? I don't know. All right, Baker's in shotgun. Irving to his left in the backfield. Receiver in motion, so 2 to each side now. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Looking left. Throws caught near the first down marker. It should be enough for a first down. Egbuka on the catch. Give him a gain at 2. Yeah, 67, helmet off, sitting on the bench, talking to a trainer. Charlie Heck apparently is replacing him. He's number 77, a tackle. All right. 1st and 10, clock under a minute and a half to go. First quarter. 3 receivers to the top side or far side. Bucks going right to left. Handoff to Irving. He plunges forward to about the 44, where they should have about a 2nd and 5, depending on the spot. It is 2nd and 5. It's a carry by Irving for another 5 yards. Oh, come on. Where's the... There we go. They're a play behind here on the play-by-play. All right, 48 seconds to go, first quarter. 2nd and 5. In shotgun, Irving to his left. He motions a receiver to the top. Back to pass. Throws. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. No, or is it a sack? Did he catch it? Nope, we got a flag and a Texan doing push-ups. Not sure what the call was here. Sounds like the penalty's against the Texans, though. Oh, yeah, Baker caught his own pass. I guess Stingley got charged, a holding charge. It's a first down, but I didn't even realize Baker had caught it. Yeah, Stingley put his hand at Mike Evans' throat for some reason. And he got called. Oh, okay, he kind of grabbed his shoulder pad. That's what it was. It wasn't the throat. My bad. All right, clock rolling, 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Bucks at their own 43-yard line. They're like 43 and a half. Back to pass. Throws. Caught. Right side. Irving plunges forward to the 49 of the Texans, and that should be the last play of the first quarter. They'll start with a 2nd and 3 near midfield in Texans territory. All right, 10-7 Houston after 1, but Bucks driving. Yeah, I'll probably have to get some water. Let me reset the clock. All right, we got 8 votes, 62% for the Bucks, 38% for Houston. Second quarter coming up. Let's get the halftime clock ready. Yeah, it should be 14 minutes. Oof. All right. All right, 1 quarter down, 7 to go in this doubleheader. Gonna have Chargers Raiders after the conclusion of this one. I mean, unless for some reason it ends up being a blowout, then we can get to that one on time. Yeah, hope you had a great Monday. Hope you have a great Tuesday as well around the world, and hopefully we'll see you back tomorrow for Game 2 doubleheaders in the WNBA playoffs of the first round. Let's see, what else? Yes, and please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Doing one or both helps with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers and helps with growing the channel. And I thank you for your support. Hello, Galchino. You gonna watch Chargers Raiders tomorrow? Coming up. I realize it's only 4:40 out by you. Oh, and Godeke or the 67 is headed towards the locker room. All right, second quarter underway, and a first down on by the Bucks. Let me get you that play. I got distracted. All right, thanks, Gal. Appreciate it. Good to have you. Should be good Tuesday and Wednesday of WNBA playoff basketball as well. All right. 1st and 10. I'll have to fix the clock later. Back to pass. Mayfield to Irving out of the backfield at the 40. 35, knocked out of bounds. So a gain of maybe 5. Yeah, nope, they'll give them 4. 2nd and 6. So now they're starting to get close to field goal range and more for Tampa. Whoops, forgot to take this down. 2nd and 6 from the Texans' 36-yard line. Under center, now audibling and either maybe changing protection. Irving, the deep back, receiver in motion, handoff Irving up the middle to the right side near the numbers and close to the first down at their at the 30, but they're going to mark him short. 3rd and 1. Saw my Volks loss. Coach Nate made some very valid officiating. The points on that game. Yeah, the WNBA officiating woes certainly reared their ugly head through all 4 games on Sunday. It's just par for the course with that league, unfortunately. It's going to be the number one. If injuries aren't the number one conversation, it's officiating. Shotgun, back to pass. Mayfield scrambles out of the pocket and taken down after a short gain. But actually they give him the first down. So Texans were celebrating like they had stopped him, but he fell forward enough that he picked up the first down just inside the 30. They rushed 5. 51 chased him down, but he lunged forward, for the first down. So not sure what they're celebrating there. Just inside the 30, they got to get just inside the 20. In shotgun, faked a toss, threw it behind the line of scrimmage, caught and taken down for about a gain of 4 or 5, but we do have a flag on the play at 12-11. All right, what's this call here? Still no signal. Ineligible receiver on the Bucks, so that'll back him up. Cody Mauch, M-A-U-C-H, number 69, was ineligibly downfield. He can't be more than a yard past the line of scrimmage on a pass play. It wasn't just him. They had 3 linemen downfield. He wasn't even the one furthest down the field. So it's 1st and 15. Clock rolling again. 12:05 now. Shotgun, back to pass. Baker throws over the middle. Incomplete, and another flag as Mike Evans got hit maybe before the ball got there at 11:59. Let's see what this call is. Oh, offside on Will Anderson. Okay, so 1st and 10. He lined up offside, I think. Oh, no, he did flinch before the start of the play. So it's back to 1st and 10 after the incompletion. That would have been a nice 2nd and 10, but now it's back to 1st and 10, just inside the 30. In shotgun, Irving behind him, another player in the backfield, 88. No, it's not Irving. Number 1, handoff up the middle for a gain of about 5. White on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Yeah, the fouls were very uneven in a lot of the games. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm rooting for the AFC over the NFC tonight. I'm not a huge Bucks fan either. I don't mind Baker Mayfield though. On an end around, number 2 picks up the first down for the Bucks on a carry to the far sideline. 1st and 10. 11:02 to go. Oh, it was a little touch pass, so that is going to be a pass forward. Never mind. That was Egbuka. So that's Emeka Egbuka, rookie wide receiver from Ohio State. So that is a pass to him for 4 yards on the first down. Al Shahir on the tackle for Houston. All right, come on, Texans. Back to pass from the 19. Knocked down on a pass attempt to Mike Evans at 10:33, near side. Near numbers, I should say. 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, I as much as I hate John Harbaugh, I can't root for the Raiders with Brady being a part owner. Handoff to Bucky Irving, and he is swarmed. No, he squirts free for about a gain of 4. Should have been no gain, but he picked up positive yardage to bring up a 3rd and 6. Much easier to play call than 3rd and 10. And if they get it close, with today's NFL, they may go for it. All right, 10 minutes remaining. Second quarter, 10-7 game, 3rd and 6. Just outside the Texans' 15. They got to get to the 9 for the first down. Shotgun, back to pass, throws to the right side, caught, taken inside the 10, the 5, and a touchdown. Number 2, Egbuka, 13-10, 9:41 to go. Well, that was really poorly defended by the Texans there. 13-10 pending the extra point. Egbuka on the catch for like 15 yards on the touchdown. Mayfield was in shotgun on the left hash. Threw to the 18, and Egbuka took it inside the rest of the way. Got one block to help him. That's all he needed. 14 plays, 77 yards, 8:44 off the clock. The kick is up and good. It's 14-10 Tampa Bay. Just inside of 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And the Bucks will be kicking off after a commercial break. All right. Let's see if we make it to the YouTube live page. I think since I started doing the hash marks, that's been a thing because I stopped checking and I never used to see myself there anymore. Let's see, YouTube live. I mean, there's plenty of people doing this game. I get it. Somebody's live for the Chargers Raiders already? I mean, it's a little early. All right, let's see. 83. Yep, there we are. All right, nice. Oh, is Is Grossi not doing this game? I feel maybe he's doing the late game? I find that hard to believe. Real quick. Oh no, wait, what? Scheduled for 7. Why would he start his thing at 7? Wonder if he got the wrong time. He was thinking he's on Eastern time or something. Interesting. That's weird. Oh, I think they're trying to show when oh, great. 77 of the Bucks tripped Lassiter, number 4. That should have been a penalty. That touchdown shouldn't have stood. Nice no call, refs. How come the replay can't assist with that? Get the call right. Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. Touchdown should not have stood. Should have been a flag on the Bucks for a trip. Clear cut too. He tripped both legs. That's pretty hard to do. Taken at the 5, returned up the near numbers. Now the hash marks. Number 14 gets tackled at about the 21, 22 yard line, where the Texans will take over, trailing by 4 at 9:34 in the second. Oh, terrible reffing, and should have cost the Bucks a touchdown, and it didn't. No, he stuck his leg out. He kicked both legs. He went out of his way to extend his left leg. I have to disagree on that one. That was a clear trip. They should be able to review for something that obvious. No, it was definitely intentional. You don't fly at somebody like that. Oh, wow, the run got stuffed. First down, but of course we have a flag. So hold all bets. 9:31 to go. What's the call here? Well, actually, intention doesn't matter. It should have been called. Oh, illegal shift. I believe the Bucks have declined it. That should bring up like a 2nd and 12. So that was at least a loss of 2. All right, clock rolling, 9:27. 2nd and 12 from their own 20. Got to get to the 32 for a first down. Shotgun, Stroud looking. 4-man rush. Throws left side. Caught for the first down. Knocked out of bounds near the 40 by Hutchinson, number 19. 1st and 10. 9:07. Clock rolling. So he ran from the far numbers, caught the ball near the near numbers, and then turned upfield, got another 5 yards. Looked like Collins. Yeah, Collins was pretty well covered, but all right. Stroud 6 for 8. Oh, hey, Fish, thanks for deleting that. Stroud back to pass, gets flushed out of the pocket, rolls to the near sideline. Lobs a pass. The receiver fell down. I guess he tripped over his own feet because there was no flag. 2nd and 10 coming up. Let's see. They rushed. They sent 6, I think. Nearly got home with a defensive back, and Stroud, just before he went out of bounds, tried to lob it. Yeah, 88 tripped on the turf monster. That artificial turf just reaches up and grabs your cleat at times. All right, fake the handoff, toss to 21. That's Chubb. He gets maybe a yard or two. Gonna bring up 3rd and long, depending on the spot here. It's gonna be at least 8 or 9, I think. It is 3rd and 9. Oh, sorry, Fish, to hear that. Thanks for deleting that bot. Hope you're get the fridge and water taken care of. Actually, now ABC says 3rd and 8. All right, 7:49 to go. Second quarter from their own 42. Shotgun, back to pass. The throws incomplete at the feet of 86. There was only a 4-man rush. It wasn't like they were getting home either. Stroud just rushed the throw, I feel like. Tank Dell is out. Braxton Berrios is out. Christian Kirk is out. That's 3 wide receivers. And Cade Stover is out, a tight end. So they are limited on their pass-catching options. Looks like number 94, the Bucs defense, is headed to the locker room. Punting unit is on. The kick is in the air. Near sideline, taken at about the 13. Actually, it was a fair catch. Oh, that's good, Fish. Glad it was a cheap repair. Good news. Hope it's going well. 7:32 to go. 1st and 10. We had our first failure to score on a drive. Each team with 2 possessions, and the third coming up. Third possession coming up for the Bucs. They've scored on their 2 possessions. All right, let me get some water real quick. Oh. Oh, yeah, I just realized it might be a little dark in here. One of my bulbs went out. Those bulbs aren't that old either. Damn LEDs sometimes aren't good. Probably got store brand. They're just not as reliable, I guess. All right, that's good news, Fish. Glad you're here. And Gal says, what up? What up, Fish? Oh, excuse me. Oh. All right. Again, it'll be Bucs ball once we get back from this commercial break. Oh, yeah, Tommy Townsend, the former Chief punter, is the Texans punter now. Intended target was Schultz on that 3rd and 8. What? All right. Mayfield is 10 of 13. Oh, yeah, I forgot to look at this. 94 yards and 2 touchdowns. Stroud 7 of 11, 127 yards and a touchdown. Not much on the ground except for Bucky Irving with 41 yards. All right, from their own 13. Handoff up the middle. Carried out near the 20. Depending on the spot. Should be about 2nd and 3. Don't think that was Irving on the carry, though. I think it was, it was Rashad White. Number 1. That's what I thought. So he's got 3 carries for 17 yards. So yeah, he just did have a 7-yard gain. Oh, excuse me. Oh, they just replayed the Bucs, I think, first touchdown. Yeah. All right, from the 20, 2nd and 3, under center. Handoff up the middle. White again for the first down out near the 26-yard line. 6:42 to go. Second quarter. First and 10. 6.5 in the second quarter. All right. Under the center, White is the deep back still. Tight end and a receiver to the near side. In motion now. And the play is blown dead to a flag. It's got to be a false start because they wouldn't halt it. Yep, false start. That'll back them up. Number 62, apparently. So 1st and 15 coming up. 6:12 to go, second quarter. Oh, clock is rolling again. 6:06. It's 1st and 15 from their own 21-yard line. Bunched set of 3 to the near side. Back to pass. Dumps it to White. Behind the 20. He's not even going to make the 20. That's going to be a loss of 2. And bring up a 2nd and 17. They may give him... Nah, they gave him -1. So 2nd and 16. I was just guessing. 5:33 in the second. Ow. Okay. 2nd and 16. 5:22 to go. 9 on the play clock. We got 2 fans in jerseys, shoulder pads, and helmets in the end zone. Back to throw, looking, and he's sacked, but there's also a flag on the field. Hopefully it's a sack plus a hold, and they can decline the penalty, but we'll see what they call at 5:05. It's going to be 3rd and very long if they decline the holding. No. Illegal hands to the face on the Texans. It's a 1st down. The worst possible scenario. Dylan Horton wipes out a sack and a would-be 3rd and long. Yeah, he had his left hand on the right side of the guy's helmet. And he didn't grab the face mask, but, you know. It's unfortunate. 1st and 10, their own 24. Handoff up the middle. For maybe a gain at 3. It is White again. No word on Bucky Irving. 2nd and 7, I assume, coming up. 4.5 to go. Second quarter. Yeah, I'll have to... Jalen Petrie, questionable to return with a rib injury. Number 5, the safety for the Texans. All right, they call it 2nd and 8, so it was a gain at 2 by White. They got to get to the 34.5-yard line. Shotgun, back to throw. Swarmed under and sacked back at the 18-yard line. So that'll bring up a 3rd and long. And we'll see what they mark it as. All right, I need to go the other way and fix the clock. .335 in the second. 3rd and 16 for the Bucs. Fans going nuts. 4 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun, back to pass, throws it short at the 20, 25, taken down, and that'll bring up a 4th and 9. And the punting unit will take the field. The Texans finally get a stop as well. 3:08 to go, second quarter. Fourth and 9. Jalen Noel will kick it away. I'm sorry, he'll return it. Riley Dixon is the punter. Kick in the air, taken at his own 15, returned far sideline and out of bounds to maybe the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for Houston. Daniil Hunter had the sack, by the way, at Mayfield. Brought him down awkwardly. Kind of had a grab on the right shoulder pad and kind of got Mayfield at a funny angle. Hopefully he's all right. As we take a commercial break. Yeah, Mayfield sacked at the 19, a -8-yard sack. Daniil Hunter. Mayfield to Egbuka for 7 yards, bringing up the 4th and 9 prior to the punting unit taking the field. No turnovers yet. Let's see. That was the first sack of either team either. Sheldon Rankins also had a tackle for loss for Houston. Dennis, number 8, had a tackle for loss for the Bucks, and Cansey, number 94, had a tackle for loss. Let's see what else. Oh, that's right. The Bucks fair caught on their first punt return attempt. Jalen Noel just returned it they gave him 16 yards on that return. Okay. I guess I got the line of scrimmage wrong. Must have been out near the 30 from I think, 13 to the 29 or something. What a kick by Riley Dixon, though. And Townsend did his job. He got it inside the 20 on his only one. Fairbairn good from 35 and 1 extra point, and Chase McLaughlin good on 2 extra points for the kickers on each team. As we get a look at Justin Herbert warming up before the second game of the doubleheader, Chargers-Raiders from Las Vegas. Right after the conclusion of this game. All right, 2:43 to go. Second quarter, 4th drive for the Texans offense. 1st and 10 at their own 30. Handoff up the middle, out to about the 36 or 37-yard line, bringing up a short second down here. Probably about 2nd and 3, we'll say. All right, what are they trying to replay there? Give it 2nd and 4. 2:15 to go. I'm wondering, they don't have to snap it before the 2-minute warning. I'm wondering if they're going to let it go all the way down. They have all 3 timeouts, but I guess they want to make sure that the Bucks don't get the ball back before half. All right, 2-minute warning. And then Houston will have a 2nd and 4 after this commercial break. All right. All right. Again, hope everybody's having a great Monday around the world. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday. And we'll see you again tomorrow night, 6:30. So just under 23 and a half hours from now. For game 2, Fever won game 1. Dream won game 1, and they're on the road at the Fever. Looking to close it out. Game 3, if necessary, would be Thursday. Same with Aces are up 1-0 on the road. If it's necessary. Both home teams have to win to push it to a game 3, which would be Thursday if necessary. Then Wednesday, same thing, different time though. Instead of 6:30 and 8:30, like Tuesday at 7 and 9. Liberty at the only team looking to close it out at home, the only road team to win yesterday. But if the Mercury do win on the road, game 3, the third and final game 3 would be on Friday. Best of 3 opening round. Obviously Saturday is an off day. I gotta look. They might start the semifinals on Sunday, I think. All right, I got this one. Yeah, I'll have to bring up the postseason schedule. Oh, I did. I closed it out on my phone. All right, I'll look at that at halftime, though. All right. Yeah, Burrow and Jaden Daniels are injured, and J.J. McCarthy for the Vikings. That's a lot of serious, at least serious enough that they're going to be missing some games. So, the Bucs get the ball in the second half, in case you're wondering. So all the more reason that Houston wants to take up the rest of this last 2 minutes, get a score. And all right, 3 receivers to the top side. Back in shotgun. Stroud tucks it, runs past the 40, 45, 50, down inside the Bucs 45, near the 44. They might give him the 43. Clock rolls. It's a first down, and they have both teams with all 3 timeouts. So Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Fields had a concussion for the Jets. Brock Purdy, shoulder and toe as well, but he already missed. Mac Jones already started yesterday for the Niners. 1:20 to go. 1st and 10 from the 44.5-yard line. Back to pass, dumps it off. 86 catches it, falls forward near the 40-yard line, bringing up a 2nd and 6. Yep, 2nd and 6. Ooh, good blitz pickup by Marks, number 27 for the Texans on the replay. Snap, back to throw, looking. Stroud is taken down near the 50 with 45 seconds to go, and someone took a timeout with 46, make that. 3rd and long, and now that once promising drive, it was the Bucs taking the timeout. They have 2 remaining. 3rd and 14. That was a bad sack to take by Stroud, but wasn't going to gain anything if he intentionally grounded it, so. All right. All right, near midfield, they'll have a 3rd and 14. The ball is marked at the Bucs 48. 3rd and 14. In shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. Back to pass. Looking. Rolls to the right. He's back inside his 35. Long pass to the sideline. And incomplete. Looked like a diving attempt was made by, who was that? Nico Collins. Stroud had to threw it on the run away from his own 33. And Collins, yeah, it was just out of reach. Collins did all he could to get there. We got 38 seconds to go. They're going to have to bring the punting unit on and kick it away. 4th and 14. Snap, kick is in the air. Fair catch is called. bounces in the end zone, and a touchback at the 20 with 30 seconds to go and 2 timeouts. 1st and 10 for Baker Mayfield and the Bucs offense. Second quarter, 30 seconds to go. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. 16 votes, 69% to 31%. Thinking the Bucs will win. All right. In shotgun. 5 wide. Caught by Evans. Falls forward to the 29 to bring up a 2nd and 1. 25 seconds to go. I guess they took their second time out. They have 1 remaining. 2nd and 1 from their own 29. 4-point lead. Only 1 timeout remaining. I have to remember to reset their timeouts at halftime. We got Evans, Abuka. Looks like Bucky Irving. Who else is out there? 3 catches for 23 yards for Mike Evans tonight. Shotgun. Irving with him in the backfield. 2 wide to each side. Oh, gets swarmed under. Throws it ahead and incomplete at 19 seconds. All right, so 3rd and 1 from their own 29-yard line. 19 seconds to go. Only 1 timeout remaining. All right, in shotgun, Irving to his right. Receivers, or 2, maybe a tight end and a receiver to the top. Evans. Throws to Evans down the field. Incomplete. So that stops the clock at 14 seconds to bring up a 4th and 1. So started out promising and then 2 straight incompletions, and the punting unit will have to hit the field. That's probably not going to be a ton of time left for the Houston Texans offense to do anything here before half. Unless like the kick is shanked and they can do a fair catch. Wow, that was almost blocked. The punter did get knocked down. The ball bounces around near the Texans' 30 with only 2 seconds remaining. So 1st and 10 for C.J. Stroud, and I would expect a kneel down here from their own 29 or 30-yard line. I think it got tipped. Boy, if it didn't, it acted like it, because it did not look like a good kick. All right, it was a kneel down, and that's the end of the first half. We'll get the clock going for the start of the 3rd quarter. I'm going to put the game at halftime. The Bucs will get it to start the second half. After the Texans started with the ball and got a touchdown on their opening drive and only a field goal on their next drive and nothing since. But the Bucs also had their touchdown drives on their first 2 possessions. But at least it was fairly quick. Maybe we get to the Chargers-Raiders on time. Yeah, Tampa will get the ball in the second half. All right, so halftime's usually 14 minutes. We'll get that up on this screen. Let's put the box score up. Can take a look at the numbers. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll be back. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Please, thanks to everybody who has liked and subscribed. If you're new here, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the live stream, and if so, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Doing one or both helps with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers and helps me with growing the channel. All right, so if their ad is there, can I just leave it here without it refreshing and leave the box up? We'll try that. Here's what's coming up over the next 5 days. Hope you can join us. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks, everybody. I shouldn't have refreshed that. 15 watching. Hey, album coming soon. What's up with you? Good to have you. All right, let's go to this. All right, 14 likes. All right, thanks. Thanks, album coming soon. I appreciate it. All right, be right back. Okay, we are back. All right, good. Hopefully that ad didn't reappear. Whoops. Whoops. Old Devontae Adams jersey. Their kicker, Brandon McManus, currently wears 17. All right, let's take a look at the first half numbers. All right, hopefully the stream's all right. It says good, not excellent, though. So we'll see. All right, C.J. Stroud, 8 of 13, 131 yards and a touchdown. 1 sack for -8. There we go. Now it says excellent. Got to get faster internet. Baker Mayfield. Well, actually, let's just go through the Houston first. Stroud leading rusher as well. 3 for 21, a long of 19. Woody Marks, 2 for 11, a long of 7. Chubb, 4 for 5, a long of 8. They have 37 yards rushing. 8 catches spread out amongst 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receivers. Nobody more than 2. Nico Collins, a 29-yard touchdown, and Woody Marks with a 37-yard catch. Mayfield, 13 of 18, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 sack, lost 8. Bucky Irving, 7 carries for 41 yards, along at 10. Rashad White, 5 for 25. So they're running the ball. Hey, Grossi, nice. Hello, welcome, Grossi Posse. I just saw you, Father Time. Thanks. Hello, thanks, Grossi Posse. Love Tom Grossi. It's why I do this. He's my inspiration. Yeah, don't freak out, mods. It's just it's all positive from Tom Grossi. Thank you, appreciate it. Grossi, well, was a Grossi member. I used to be a channel member and what you call it. Hope Tom is doing well. I saw he didn't start till like 7 though. Grossi raid, Lena. Or sorry, Sinbin admin. Beast Bumblebee, thanks for the dono. Appreciate it. Oh, sorry, it doesn't, it's a super sticker. I guess there was no, yeah, super chat, but no message. But thanks to Beast Bumblebee. Yeah, I'll have to get through all these. Tell Tom thank you, though. Appreciate it. I love GPS still. Just watched it today. Appreciate the kindness of the Grossi Posse. Sinbin admin taking pictures. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't wear a Packers shirt today, though. But, yeah, had this ready. I've got other stuff from Grossi. I've got a Packcast sweatshirt. And let's see. Oh, I've got his album, but I don't know what I did with it. His Allergic to Fun. Thanks, Kevin Smith. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Grossi's still moving into his Wisconsin house. Yeah. Wish him well. Tell him I'm in Bear Country. I'm in the Chicago suburbs. Oh, maybe he was talking about, yeah, the Adams jersey, too. I get you. Yeah, thanks, Kevin Smith. Thanks, Brian Miller. Yeah, Kyle, thanks. Yeah, should be a good game on Thanksgiving. Appreciate you all. Yeah, can't thank you guys enough. Appreciate the kind words. Trying to get through all these. I'll make sure. I recognize the Birchwood Vampire, of course. That's a name I know. Go Bills, of course. Strouds. Yep. Love Coach. Love if the NFL was scripted. All of Tom's work. Yes, I'll have to thank Tom in the Discord. Thanks, guys. Whoops, we got an ad. Let's see. Hey, we're past 600. Thanks so much, guys. I think you guys just got like 14 quick subs there. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Wish Tom all the success in the world. Hopefully he gets his million or 900,000 soon as well. I've been with him. I've been a fan of Tom since he took on Aaron Nagler in Madden. So this is probably 2018, maybe 2019, somewhere around there, if I remember right. And yeah, Father Time going all the way back in my stream here. Thanks. I'm glad you the. Yeah, I keep getting an ad refreshed on the box score, but credit Matt Eldridge. He had the first post here. Thank you. And I will try to get to all these. Thank you. I do recognize the Birchwood Vampire. Yeah. Thanks, KC. Yeah, thanks, Brian Miller. Kyle. Hey, Christian. That's a name I remember. KC, thanks. The Red Nest, thank you. Education Unpacked, thank you. Yeah, I had this ready just in case it happened. Wasn't expecting it, but wanted to be ready in case he did. All right, we got to get ready for the second half coming up here. Thanks again, Grossi Posse. You're the best. All right, just about set for the third quarter here. Let's get the scoreboard ready. All right. It will be Bucks ball following the kickoff. Let me get the clock out of there. There we go. All right. Oh, thank you, Christy. Thank you. Thanks for the kind words, everybody. Oh, kick by Fairbairn into the air, caught at the 2, returned up the near numbers, near the near hash, out past the 25, short of the 30, where the Bucks will start at 14:55. And I got to fix the clock. There we go. All right, 14:55, first and 10. For the Bucks, they're going right to left this quarter. So just inside their 30-yard line. And I forgot to reset the timeouts. There we go. All right. In motion to the near side, but it's a handoff up the middle. Bucky Irving plunges to the 35-yard line, right between the hash marks. 14:44 to go. And I got the spot mods. Thanks. All right, 14:33 in the third quarter. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Bucks at their own, 35. They got to get to the 38. Receiver in motion. Snap. Handoff. Bucky Irving for maybe 1 will bring up a 3rd and 2. Oh, excuse me. All right, 14 minutes to go. Third quarter. 3rd down. Now they call it 1. 3rd and 1. Bucks are 4 for 6 on third down this evening. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. Back to pass, throws, caught for the first down by Shepard past the 40. 1st and 10 for the Bucks at about their own 42. We'll see where they spot it. All right. Shotgun throw to the right side to Shepard again, out near the 50. They'll mark him about the 49. Should be about a 2nd and 3. Let's see what they call here. Shotgun. Handoff. Irving met behind the line of scrimmage and stuffed for a loss by number 39. That'll bring up at least a 3rd and 4. We'll see if, yep, they gave him a loss of 1. Oh, Father Time, good question. I know she was getting an MRI. I'll have to take a look to see if there was any update. Let me check my Twitter account. I usually use what is it? Underdog Fantasy, I think, has a good W account. I know ESPN does as well. All right, 3rd and 4 from the 48. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, rolls to his right, gets tripped up and falls down short of the 45, so they will have to send the punting unit on the field. Clock continues to roll, under 12 to go. 3rd quarter, 4th and 8 officially. So that'll be interesting if that's considered a rush and a loss, or if they do credit a sack there. We'll see. All right, let me get to the people I follow. Maybe I can find that. All right, punting unit on, clock rolling, 11:32 in the 3rd. Back to kick is in the air. Hits at about the 1 and goes out the back of the end zone. So 11:23 to go. 1st and 10 coming up. The Houston defense gets a stop on their first try in the second half. Okay, 1 second. Let me go here. Following. Let's see. Yeah, so 3 hours ago, Underdog WNBA said Breonna Stewart undergoing MRI and left knee Monday. So I don't know if it happened or we got the results yet. Stewie today. Didn't hear the results yet, though. You know what? Maybe let's just search for that while we got a minute here. Whoops, that's not it. All right, Breonna Stewart injury. Yeah, the right knee was the knee that caused her to miss time, so it's not the same knee. But yeah, there's really no news on how the test went or if it revealed anything. Yeah, so reported by Ramona Shelbourne of ESPN. So I have not seen anything about how the MRI went, though. Dang, yeah, I hope she doesn't have to miss any time. But yeah, good question, though. Yeah, that's it. Just that there was an MRI. All right, we get to see the Raiders warming up. Max Crosby, of course, their defensive end. All right. Yep, we'll get to that game at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas as soon as possible. Likely sticking with this one to the end. All right, 1st and 10, shotgun handoff up the middle by Nick Chubb for a gain of 4 to the 24-yard line, bringing up 2nd and 6. All right, 11:05 to go, 3rd quarter. Kalijah Cansey, Kancey is out for the Bucs with a pec injury. That's not good. Stroud throws over the middle, caught near the 40. Forward progress stopped, and a 1st down. 1st and 10 for, and that was Nico Collins, of course, on the catch. I don't know why I'm blanking on Nico Collins. Good throw over the middle. Chubb with an excellent blitz pickup. He kind of blocked 2 players on that, so that was tough. All right, handoff to Chubb. That goes for maybe 1. And we'll call it 2nd and 9 from their 41-yard line. All right. 2nd and 8. Oh, okay, they gave him 2. My bad. 2nd and 8 from the 42. Oh, yeah. Christy said, go back, go. Yeah, I just realized that. Hey, gal. 9:33 to go. Stroud back to pass, tucks it and runs. Tackle at about the 47. Maybe they'll give him the 48. So it should be 3rd and less than 5. Maybe, let's see what they call it. Probably 3rd and 3, I'm going to guess. Nope, 3rd and 2. They did give him the 48, apparently. I wasn't sure where they were going to spot it. Bucs sent a 4-man rush, and he got flushed out of the pocket. 43 could have blocked to help him out a little bit. But all right, 3rd and 2 from their own 48-yard line. Under 9 to go, 3rd quarter. Shotgun. Back to pass. Stroud is sacked for a big loss at 8:42 to go, 3rd quarter. 4th and long coming up. The punting unit will have to head out to the field. We'll just say about a loss at 10. I think it's going to be about 4th and 12 here. Looks like he was down at about the 38 or 39-yard line. Oh, yeah. Some DB got around the edge. Yeah, 4th and 11. Clock still rolling. 3rd quarter, Tommy Townsend kicks it away. Cameron Johnson to receive it. Fair catch signaled. Ball hits at about the 8 and goes out of bounds on the near sideline at 8:01. And that's a pretty good kick there by the punter, Tommy Townsend. Yeah, I'm sorry, Father Time. I hope the MRI went better. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I'd like to see them at full strength, see if they can take care of Phoenix. Stroud's needing a solid old line, yeah. Are you a Grossi fan? That's a Grossi thing, the Strouds. Good point. Yeah. That one they completed, Nick Chubb picked up like 2 blitzers up the middle with like 1 block. It was amazing, but last play he had no time. They around the edge, like a corner blitz came and the back could not pick it up. So the Bucs have it. Yes, Gal. She was driving from the left baseline. She like turned the corner, the edge on a dribble, and her right knee is the one that gave her problems early in the year, but this is her left knee, and she had contact on the right side. I can't remember if she made the basket or not, but she got fouled. She stayed in the game miraculously, but she was very limited. She could barely move on the court, and it's the left knee they're worried about. She had an MRI today. No clue what her status is going forward, and their next game is either, let's see, let's not guess, we got okay, they do have till Wednesday. She just had an MRI today, but no word on, I got the bot mods. We'll see. So yeah, a lot's gonna depend on what the results of the MRI were today. She stayed in. I think that I can't remember if that happened in regulation, and I don't think she played the overtime then, or maybe it happened in overtime and she couldn't finish out the game. I was shocked. I think it was overtime because they only had one timeout left. You get two. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 8 on the near hash mark. Baker under center. Back in motion. Handoff, Irving up the middle. Hit at the 9 and falls forward to the 10 for a gain of maybe 2. 2nd and 8. So, yeah, I think it did happen in OT. They had already burnt a timeout, and they seemed reluctant to take it. You know, they ended up being in the lead. They had a phenomenal overtime. Phoenix could have won it in regulation. Thomas missed a shot just before the buzzer. It looked like an easy shot, too. All right, from the 10, 2nd and 8, receiver in motion. Handoff to Irving again. Gets to the 15. Tackled. Nope, he pushes forward and I believe has a first down. So 1st and 10 coming up. Unless it's 3rd and 1. I don't know what the spot was. Yeah, I remember us discussing. So it did happen in overtime because they had burnt one. And we were wondering aloud why they didn't use the second one just to get her out of there, because she couldn't move. She like guarded the paint on defense and, you know, really wasn't involved on offense. And they finally mercifully got her out of there. All right. 1st down at the 18. Handoff to Irving again. He gets out past the 20 to the 21, we'll say, where the Bucs will have a 2nd and make that 7. Almost said 3. Trying to see if Lisa Salters had an injury update, but it doesn't sound like it's in an injury update. All right, I got this. Mods, just give me a second. All right, I got it. All right, 6:02 to go. Fakes the handoff, back to pass. Oh, the defense got home, and he had to flip it forward. Was his knee down, or I think it was incomplete. It was actually 2nd and 8. Now it's 3rd and 8. I guess he got rid of it for the incompletion. All right. Yep, Baker just did a little flip with the right hand as he was about to get tackled for a loss on the sack. All right. From their own 20, 3rd and 8, back to pass, blitz coming, throws left side. Evans and the defender tangled up, and it's incomplete, which will bring up a 4th and 8 at 5:49. Good defense, I guess. So no penalty. And the Texans will get it back after the punter kicks it away. Stingley on the coverage. He probably got credited with a pass deflection or pass breakup. All right. Here's the snap, the move forward. The punter kicks it away nearly. Got it, a piece of it. Caught at the 35 and immediately tackled. They might give him forward progress to the 35, but we'll see. We got 5:40 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 coming up for C.J. Stroud and the rest of the Texans offense. Try and regain the lead with a touchdown drive or cut it down with a field goal. Dixon on the punt of 47 yards. They do mark him at the 33. That they said no gain, but boy, I would have given him a loss of 2 on that return. Yeah, that was crazy, that overtime. The fact that they didn't use that timeout and try to get her out of there right away. That was kind of nuts. All right, I'll be right back. Got to refill the water. Boy, I really shouldn't drink so much. But here's the stats. Hopefully the ad doesn't refresh. I'll be right back. Oh. Yeah. Whoops. All right, now we're back. Oh. Good night so far. Good game. Can't ask for much more than that. Let's do might need to slide over a little bit and move the mic over. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Got to work on my camera placement as well. I don't know. This mic stand just sometimes adjusts on its own. I don't want locking everything down too tight, but yeah, here we go. All right. All right. Time for the Houston offense to wake up and get in this game. Fifth coach to win a playoff game in each of his first 2 seasons. D'Amico Ryan's the Houston coach. All right, 1st and 10, their own 33-yard line, under center. Stroud, handoff. 27 takes it forward for a gain of maybe 3. That's Marks. 5:32 to go, third quarter. Call it a 2nd and 7 coming up. It's a gain of 3 by Marks. Woody Marks, who's, I don't know if their numbers refresh. 3 for 14 tonight. We'll have to check that. 5:07 to go, 2nd and 7, their own 41-yard line. Fake the handoff, back to pass, rushes on, rolls to the far sideline, and throws it deep out of bounds, which will bring up a 3rd and 7 with 4:53 to go. 3rd and 7, 4:53 to go. Looks like Hall is the one that applied the pressure and flushed him out of the pocket. Yep, right up the middle. 0 is there as well. 90 check. Oh, 90 got a late hand on him. So it was Gaines, 96, who applied the initial pressure. And then 90 chased him near the sideline. All right, from their own 41-yard line, 3 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun, 2-1, snap. Back to throw. Rush is there, and he's sacked. Just terrible O-line play, as Gal pointed out in the comments earlier. 4:42 to go in the third, and it's a 4th and long coming up. And the punting unit will head to the field for Houston here. And Tommy Townsend is their punter, the former Kansas City Chief. All right. Snap, moves forward, kick is away. Taken inside the 20, back near the 15, returned and tackled down at about the 21-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. 4:05 to go, third quarter. 1st and 10 coming up for Tampa. Oh, man, we got to take a commercial every possession change with the punts mounting up. That's going to slow the time of game down. All right, Stroud, 9 of 15, 147 yards and a touchdown, but 3 sacks now are really hurting their offense's momentum. Stroud still the leading rusher too with 27 yards. They can't get Marks or Chubb going. They haven't really committed to the run at all either. Nobody more than 2 catches. As a team, they've combined for 147. 45 and a 2 for 45 and a touchdown for Nico Collins. And then that was on their first drive, and then their second drive they got a field goal. But same thing for the Bucs. They scored on their first 2 possessions. 2 touchdown passes by Baker. He's 15 of 22, 121 yards. He's taken 1 less sack too. But they got Bucky Irving carrying for 62 yards off of 13 carries. Only a 10-yard was the longest. So, but Rashad White's also got 5 for 25. So combined, 19 for 89. That's a little better. They've at least committed to the run a little more. Emeka Egbuka with 4 catches for 29 yards and a touchdown along a 15. Shepard 3 for 27. Evans 3 for 23. Ryan Miller 1 for 20 and a touchdown. No turnovers yet either. All right. Tomorrow, Fever looking to tie the game series up at 1-1, 6:30 Central. Also, the Storm at home trying to tie that series up. That one will be following that. May have to join it in progress unless it's a blowout. That one's at 8:30. Then Wednesday, Liberty can finish it at home with or without Breanna Stewart at 7, and the late game Lynx Valkyries at 9. All right, Mayfield back to pass, throws right side. What a catch by Evans, out of bounds for another first down. 3:57 they stopped the clock at. Oh, now the clock is rolling again. Yeah, just caught it. Just beat the coverage of Stingley, number 24, down the sideline. Caught it at about the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, their own 43-yard line, 3:35 in the third. Back to pass, throws left sideline for Evans. That one is incomplete, out of bounds, though, at 3:28. Led him a little too much, and he was well covered that time by, looks like Petrie? Yeah. All right, 2nd and 10. Mayfield, okay, he didn't get knocked down, but somebody laid hands on him, but no harm, no foul. All right, in shotgun, they hand it off. White on the carry to the outside, inside the 50, out near the 45-yard line, and a first down, and he got knocked down on the sideline. Hopefully everybody's all right. Al-Shair was there. 3:15 to go. Third quarter, but a first down for the Bucs. Yeah, he got hit like it was a diving shoestring tackle attempt made. You know, the defender was in bounds, but by the time he dove, it was well out of bounds, but no call. 2:50 to go. Shotgun handoff. White again inside the 45. Falls forward and may have a first down. We'll see where they spot it. 2:40 to go. Bucks into Houston territory, possibly already in field goal range, so they could take a 7-point lead and force the Texans. Yeah. Okay, they do call it 2nd and 1. I forgot to give them the first down last time. Handoff. White gets the first down and more. Taken down near the 20. Almost broke free. But another shoestring tackle, and we got an injury. It might be Al-Shaair at 2:08. We'll take a look at who they put up there as the injury. 2:08. 1st and 10, just about in the red zone, and a timeout on the field. Who got injured? I think it was the tackler. I think it might have been Al-Shaair. Yeah, it was. Ah, dang. All right, we'll see. Hopefully he's all right. All right. Oh, yeah, let's look at I wanted to see the Sunday. Take a look at the standings. Packers have the Browns next Sunday. That game should be on. They're 0-2. Okay. Let's see. Eagles, Bucks could be undefeated. Wow. Niners, Cardinals, and Rams. And the Seahawks are 1-1. Jeepers. Excuse me. All right. We got I was going to take a quick look at WNBA playoffs schedule. I want the, yeah. No. I want the actual, yeah. All right. Thursday, let's see. Yeah. Friday, game 3 if necessary. Yeah. So the semis do start on Sunday. So I'm going to miss this game because that's 2 Central. That's the ABC game. So I'll do the Packers at noon and the next game at 4 after the Packer game. Al-Shaair looks okay, but I'm wondering, yeah, it looked like on the tackle he took a shin or a shoe to the, face mask area. Yeah, so that's what will be the Sunday. Yeah, Monday we'll have Monday Night Football again. So, yeah, probably might do a triple header there. Maybe although the Sunday night game isn't great. Chiefs, Giants. All right, 1st and 10 from the Texans 20. That's a handoff, I think, to White again. Or was it... I think it was White. Yeah, now White checks out. Bucky Irving checks back in. It is, I think it's going to be 2nd and 10. We'll see what they call it. All right. Okay, if they call it a gain of 1, it's really half a yard. It's 2nd and 9.5. Shotgun, back to throw, looking, 4-man rush, over the middle, near the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for 2, Egbuka, and didn't connect. 3rd and 9. If the Texans can hold them to a field goal, that'd be a huge win for their defense. We'll see what they call. Yeah, it was like a stop-and-go route, and he just couldn't get open. Who were they working on? Egbuka? Oh, they're wrapping They were wrapping his hamstring, looked like his left hamstring. All right, 1:11 to go. Sorry, I messed up the clock. Shotgun throw to the end zone. Evans leaping grab, incomplete. Closer to being picked by Stingley Jr. We got 1:05 to go and a 4th down coming up. And I assume they'll send the kicking unit on. Good leaping attempt by Evans just to get his left hand on it, but he would have come down out of bounds. All right, yeah, Stingley wasn't going to pick it. He did, like, break it up a little bit. All right, Chase McLaughlin, he's made from, he's 33 out of 34 in 7 seasons from this range, 30 to 39. This is 38. The hold, the kick is up. I think he doinked it off his right upright. No good. So the Strouds, or the Houston Texans, avoid going down by 7 because of the doink. Good snap, left hash mark, kick just never, it just was aimed right the entire time. He hit the right upright, about flag height, and it was no good. 1:01 to go into the 3rd, and the Houston Texans catch a huge break, and they'll have a 1st and 10 at their own 28. The old rule was you got it where the line of scrimmage was when they missed it. Now it's where you set it down to kick the ball away. Yeah, it's been that way for a long time. I'm showing my age by saying that. Hey, Mac, thanks for checking in. You're welcome. Yeah, hope to see you for the doubleheader tomorrow. Best of luck to the Fever to try and even this series at 1-1, and to the Storm. Wouldn't mind the Liberty closing out the Mercury Wednesday, and going to be rooting hard for the Valkyries in the late game Wednesday night. Hopefully we get a game 3 at least on Friday. Otherwise, that's probably going to be an off day for me. I'll probably just take Fridays and Saturdays off mostly. So I'm just not that passionate about college football. I'll have to look into it. But good to hear from you, Mac. Thank you. All right. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, is that next week's Monday Nighter? Lions, Ravens? That should be a good one. The next Sunday night is what? Chiefs, Giants, both 0-2. That might be a difficult game to watch. We'll see. All right. 1:01 to go in the 3rd. Yeah, hope maybe we can get to the 9 o'clock game on time. Hope to see you there for that one as well. All right. Under center, handoff to the near side between the numbers and the hash and out near the 35-yard line to bring up, I believe, like a 2nd and 4. Should be about a gain of... Nope, gain of 7, so 2nd and 3. I have a bad guess on my part. 40 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Showing Bucks bench 127 to 59. Bucks lead in rushing yards. From the 35. Fakes the handoff, back to pass. Stroud rushes on. Moves up in the pocket, dumps it short over the middle, stops the clock. Oh, we got a flag with 17 seconds to go. Stroud was maybe looking for PI, or I should say DPI, defensive pass interference. We'll see what the call is. Oh, illegal hands to the face, I believe. They said 21. Benjamin Morrison. Okay, illegal contact, make that. That was Chubb on the last carry for 7, by the way. So that'll be a 1st down for Houston. I think, yeah, it was kind of as he was coming back to the ball, I think he interfered with him a little bit. It was past 5 yards. All right, 1st and 10, shotgun, back to pass. Caught at the 41, turns upfield to the 45, down near the 50. I think they're going to mark him down right at the 50. That should be enough for a first down. I think that's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. It is. All right, we'll see what they mark it. This was Schultz, number 86, tight end. Ooh, his knee was down. I think this is going to be 2nd and 1. It depends on the spot. That'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let me fix the clock, and then we'll go from there. All right. All right, come on. All right, there's the 4th quarter. Let me look at the play-by-play to know for sure what they called here. Yeah, 9 yards. So they marked him at their own 49. They will have a 2nd and 1 to start the 4th quarter. All right, we'll take a look at the box score. Remind everybody what's coming up next 5 days, well, including later tonight. But thanks, everybody, for liking and subscribing. I appreciate your continued support of the channel. If you're new, welcome, and I hope you're enjoying the live stream. And if so, please hit like and or subscribe. Doing one or both will help with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers and help grow the channel. And thanks once again for your support. All right. So Stroud, 10 of 16, 156 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 sacks taken. Stroud leading rusher, 4 carries for 27 yards. Chubb, 7 for 18. Marks, 3 for 14. Nico Collins, 2 for 45 and a touchdown. Nobody else more than 2 catches, though. It's pretty spread out. 6 receivers, 10 catches for 156 yards and a touchdown. Baker, pretty good too today. 16 out of 26, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 sacks. Rashad White has 9 carries for 63. Bucky Irving, 13 for 62. So not any like big plays. We haven't had a rush for more than 19 yards on Texans and 16 for the Bucs, but especially their run game, 127 yards rushing to only 59 for Texans. 4 for 45, Mike Evans. Egbuka, 4 for 29 and a touchdown. All right, we head to the 4th quarter here in Houston. Either team can win it. And another ad that just automatically refreshes. Yep. That's unfortunate. All right. 4th quarter just about set. 2nd and 1. They're at their own 49.5-yard line. They just got to get to the 50. Under center, 2 receivers to the top. Fakes the handoff. Rolling. He dumps it. 81 on the catch. Inside the 40, 30, 25. Taken down at the 23-yard line. Huge gain. That's probably one of their biggest plays, if not of the game, at least of the second half for C.J. Stroud and the Texans offense. He rolled to his right. Wide open was 81. That's Higgins. And he did the rest down the far numbers. Looks like Nico Collins took a lot of coverage deep, and that allowed for that play. All right. Handoff. Chubb goes nowhere. He may have lost one. Let's see where they spot it. Either way, it's 2nd and long. I think he's going to get spotted at least a -1. Yep, 2nd and 11. Under 14 to go now in the 4th quarter. 13:50 to go. 2nd and 11 from about the 24. Make it the 25 or 24.5. In shotgun. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Time. Throws. Right side. Tipped up in the air by Collins and falls incomplete at 13:32. So 3rd and 11. You'd hate to settle for a field goal attempt here. You don't know when you're going to get another golden opportunity here, especially coming off the miss of the field goal by Tampa. Well, maybe the defender tipped it. It might not have been Nico Collins. Yeah. The defender got, oh, okay. I don't know. I couldn't tell if Parrish, number 25, got a fingernail on it, but it was just off the fingertips. We got 4 on the play clock, though. Shotgun. They just got the snap off. Back to pass. Throws. Left side. Caught for the first down inside the 10. That's a 1st and goal. Schultz on the reception. So the best drive since the opening drive for the Texans so far here in the 4th quarter, mostly in the 4th quarter. Good protection that time, and Schultz had a chance to grab it and take it inside the 10. So they're at about their own 8 on the near hash mark. 7 seconds on the play clock in shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side, 3 to the far side. Throws over the middle. Collins, did he get touchdown or is he in the end zone? I think he may have gotten bumped, and that'll bring up 2nd and goal. Couldn't really tell if the coverage got a hair on, a fingernail on him or something, or he brushed off of him. And it was a quick in, and Stroud hit him immediately. Couldn't tell if 35 actually touched him. Yeah, I guess he got him on the elbow. So he's going to be down, though, at like the half-yard line, 2nd and goal. In shotgun, but a bunched formation. They hand it off. Chubb, 2nd, 3rd effort. I don't think he got it. It'll be 3rd and goal, and he's like a yard short. So you got to think this is 2-down territory. Vita Vea being highlighted. Yeah, he blew this up. He took him down. He went right through his blocker and was a force on that stop. Wow. Big guy, just explosive off the ball. 11:30 to go. Clock continues to roll. 3rd and goal in shotgun. They're at the 1. Back to pass. Looking. Throws. Right side. Too long for Collins. And it's 4th and goal from the 1. And I would imagine they're going for it. Your defense has held them in check. Although Tampa did just miss a 38-yard field goal off the upright. So who knows? We'll see. All right. 9 plays, 71 yards, 4:42 taken off the clock. 8 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun, receiver in motion. He's got a back with him in the backfield. Bunch formation to this side. He rolls to his left, throws to the end zone, and it's incomplete at 11:15. Oh, my gosh. What on earth was that play call? 1st and 10 for the Bucs as they take over at their own 1-yard line. And a missed opportunity. Yeah, he was well covered, and Stroud threw it out of the end zone. Collins didn't really have a shot at it. Yeah, I hear you, Charles Fair. Local markets, I'm just happy to get this game on ABC in Chicago, ABC 7. Yeah, I got to figure out which is faster, too. I'll have to bring up my tablet, see if... Got to think off of Wi-Fi is going to be slower than off of hardwired, but we'll see. And plus, if I use ESPN, I get my TV. I don't have to do it off my tablet. Although I will have to, like, late in the season when they're on ESPN only, because I don't think I'll have unlimited then. Vegas making that call. Yeah, well, it's the whole, home market's gonna go to the Raiders. But yeah, I hear you, Charles Fair. Texans fans in Disneyland. Yeah. Well, I guess you got to get, if you have access to ESPN Plus, you can watch it on a phone or a tablet, though. You can choose which game. Another good reason to have NFL Plus. You get Red Zone if you like watching old games or reruns of games or highlights, And I do it because then I don't have to pay for, like, Netflix and whatever, just for a handful of games. You get access to all primetime games, and I do have Prime, so I get the Prime games already. But if you didn't have Prime, you would have access to those games as well. $99.99 a year. Yeah, again, the only drawback is it's tablet or phone only, no desktop or TV. So. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 1. Under center, handoff up the middle. Irving gets a few yards. He's taken down. Oh, that's right. Thursday night is on Twitch as well. I always forget that. All right, 2nd and long. After a few yards, we'll see what they gave Irving here. I can't remember how many yards Bucky had. Let's see what they call. Oh, they gave him a gain of 4 out to the 5, so it's actually 2nd and 6. I didn't realize that. All right, receiver in motion, handoff to Irving. This time it's a loss of at least 1 back at the 4. Oh, we got a late flag, though. So hold on. The defender might have done something stupid like grab a face mask or illegal hands to the face or something. Oh, boy, this is going to bail out. They could have had good field position. Yep, face mask, personal foul. That's a 1st down. Wow. Could have stopped him on 3rd down and gotten good field position. And, yeah, he had him by, like, the ear hole when he made the tackle, Harris. So the guy who brought Irving down. Yeah, it wasn't really a face mask, but you can't grab the helmet like that. They're going to call it every time. It's unfortunate for Houston. They're sitting at 0-1 at home. Only 5 penalties for 30 yards for the Bucs and 5 for 40 for the Texans. All right, from the 19, handoff to Irving. Met at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for maybe 2. 10:04, clock rolling. Oh, I'm going to have to fix the clock other ways. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Yeah, I'll have to go backwards in the clock to try and fix it. All right, 9:38. They called it no gain. That's no way that was known gain. It's at least 2nd and 9. How'd they say no gain? Throw to the right flat is dropped and stops the clock at 9:25. So a 3rd. Well, ABC ESPN is saying 3rd and 10. Let me check the play-by-play. Yeah, I guess they said no gain. I thought that was a gain of 1. Because they don't need to get to the 30. They only need to get, like, I guess the 29.5. But they're calling it 3rd. Bucs are actually 4 of 4 to start on 3rd down and 1 of 6 since. So 3rd and 10 from their own 20. They got to get just past the 29. Shotgun back to pass. rushes on. He steps forward. He can pick it up with his legs. Past the 30, past the 35, and taken down at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mayfield, who's jawing with C.J. Gardner-Johnson after the play. And the ref and other players step between. 9:04 to go in the game. Big first down converted by Mayfield. He got the Texans sent 5, and he got chased out of there, headed up the far hash mark, and then outside to the numbers, and just barely got tripped. Hopefully his ankle's all right. Kind of got dragged on the artificial surface. All right, from the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Faked the handoff, rolls, throws it to the back. Oh, Bucky Irving is hit immediately. And a flag. Come on. 8:29 to go. What is this call here? Let me listen in here. I got to scooch forward a little bit. See over my camera. Illegal contact on Lassiter, so a 5-yard penalty and a first down. So that wipes out a loss of 1 and a 2nd and 11. Yeah, I would call that holding more than I would say illegal contact. He definitely was grabbing his jersey. Unfortunate, but the clock is already rolling again. 1st and 10, 8:22 to go. From the 41-yard line. Under center, receiver in motion. What's the call? There's a flag. Oh, false start at 8:11. So 1st and 15, they back up to their own 36 here. 8:11 to go. Both teams with all 3 timeouts left. This game's been 14-10 for a while. The Bucs hit the upright on their last drive and missed the field goal to try and take a 7-point lead. All right. 8:13 to go now. Handoff. Irving gets out past the 40, but it's taken down at the 41. It'll be a 2nd and 10 coming up. Oh, sorry, I forgot to take the flag down. 2nd and 10, under 8 minutes to go now. All right. Irving has 71 yards, 4.4 a carry. Quick pass to the far side, caught, and that'll bring up a 3rd and short by number 17. About 3rd and 5, we'll guess here. 3rd and 3. All right, gain of 7. Forgot who's, apologies, forgot that guy's name. Shepard, Sterling Shepard on the catch. All right, huge play. Texans really need a stop here so they don't run short of time because they need a touchdown. They cannot tie it with a field goal or anything, and they don't want to give up one either, on the other hand. Shotgun, back to pass. Mayfield looking, scrambles. Oh, he lost the ball. And lucky for him, Rashad White fell on it. Wow, that'll bring up 4th down. Not sure if they lost any yardage. And looks like White might be injured on the play as well. They stopped the clock at 6:49. Yeah, White is the injured Buck on the play. I don't even know if anybody punched the ball or if Mayfield just lost it. You got to see a replay here. He got flushed out of the pocket. I think he was just trying to switch hands and he just flubbed it. Oh, okay. No, I saw what happened. Danielle Hunter grabbed his left arm and then let go of it, and Baker's own hand knocked it out of his right hand. We'll see the down and distance. It's going to be 4th down coming up. It's 4th and short, maybe 5, I think, at the most. I don't think they lost a whole lot of yards on that play, but we'll see. Oh, all right. Just cracking some knuckles here. Oh, all right. Well, 30 minutes till Chargers Raiders. Hopefully, maybe we get to that one on time. But it looks like we'll be sticking with this one and then if necessary, we'll just join that one in progress. Let's check in on the poll. We had 98 votes. Holy cow. 7% going with the Bucs. I'm assuming they were favored as well. I didn't even check the line before the game. Okay, they did say a loss of 3 back to the 44, so sounds like it'll be 4th and 6 when we return. And again, it was White who recovered the fumbled ball, who was injured on the play, which is unfortunate for Tampa. Hopefully he's okay. Almost our first turnover of the night. Mayfield, yeah, like I said, Danielle Hunter got to him, grabbed his left arm, and Mayfield's own arm came through and made him punch out the ball. I don't know if they're going to give him credit for forcing a fumble. Oh, it doesn't look like we have that on the ESPN box anyways. I mean, unless they just say it was a, own fumble, like he didn't, cause it. Yeah, again, thanks for, Thursday night, if you don't have Prime. Okay, the kickoff will be 9:05 for Chargers Chiefs, so we do get a little cushion. So if you don't have Prime on Thursday, you can, if you have a Twitch account, maybe you even don't even need an account, just need the app or the website, and you can watch the Thursday night game for free. All right, the punting unit is on from their own 45. I don't know how that's, it is 6 yards to go. Snap, back, it's blocked, and there's a scramble. Doesn't matter who gets it. The Texans got it, and they can't return it, I think. So, holy cow, that gives Houston huge field position here at 6:16. And who was that? Yeah, wow, huge block by Houston. Amazing. That could turn the whole game around. So it ends up working out. They went for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And thanks to the special teams. Yeah, Johnson, number 43, just got both hands on it. Dixon had no chance. Wasn't his fault. Johnson, just got both hands on it. The ball went nowhere. And this will be great field position for C.J. Stroud and the Texans offense. Yeah, holy cow. So sort of the first turnover of the game. All right, in shotgun. Back to pass. Looking. Throws. Oh, behind 19 for an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming up. It looked like a bad throw, but maybe the receiver ran the wrong route. Blocked punt by Johnson, recovered by Watson at the 35. Yeah, Hutchinson ran by it and only got his left arm on it. I think Stroud was mad at himself. That's one he wanted back. 2nd and 10. Fakes. Oh, no, handoff up the middle. Chubb went nowhere, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Now, just worry about that. Maybe they'll just pick it up and not have to worry about 4th down, but we'll see. 5:52 to go. Clock rolling. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. 3rd and 10 from the Tampa 35-yard line. All right, they're at the line of scrimmage. 10 on the play clock. 3 receivers to the far side. Back with him in the shotgun. Back to pass. Blitzes on. Throws it. Almost picked off. Threw it right in the hands of 54 who dropped it. It's David. That should have been an interception. Stroud is very lucky. He had to, Winfield was on the blitz. They sent 6. And Winfield was untouched, and the edge rusher got there too. And David had it in his hands, and he knocked it into his own right knee and dropped it incomplete. That would have been a huge stop. 53-yard attempt for Fairbairn. So we'll see what happens here at 5:27. Snap, kick, up, and just slips in the upright and good. 53 yards out at 5:22, and Houston pulls back within one and gets a break after they don't move the ball after the blocked punt, and they get a yeah, I had to wonder, but you just couldn't go for it on 4th and 10. It made the decision that much easier. I thought, you pick up 5, maybe you consider going for it, but I hear you. But that last one, it was a bad pass, but they sent 6, and a couple people one person was unblocked and one person just got beaten badly. The right tackle got beaten by the left end badly, and Stroud had no time. But yeah, I hear you, Gal. It's got to be frustrating for Texans fans. I'm frustrated for them. I'm rooting for them to beat the Bucs. Anything to help out the Packers with the NFC. Or your Commanders, Gal. All right, the kick by Fairbairn is in the air. Taken. Oh, no, it's in the end zone, and they'll kneel it out. All right, 5:22 to go, 1st and 10. Bucs get the ball back at their own 30, and then they'll be looking to chew some clock. And that missed field goal now looms huge, and that stop on, basically 2nd and goal. They've stopped them 3 straight, basically incompletions, I think. Or no, they did have 1 run, and then I think 2 incompletions. After they had a 2nd and goal from I was going to say the 1, but it was actually like the half yard line. Yeah, Fairbairn just slipped that, but that thing almost hit the right upright as he's looking. If you're looking out from the end zone, it's the left. From the 35, toss to Irving, far side, stopped at about the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10, clock at 5:12. That'll become an issue soon enough. But it's only a 1-point game as we get a look at Vita Vea, number 50, for Tampa on the bench. Irving had nowhere to go. He tried to cut it outside, and number 4 beat him to the spot. That looks like a loss of at least a half a yard. 2nd and 10.5. In shotgun. Back to pass. Baker dumps it short to White. White gets a gain of maybe 2, and that'll be a 3rd and 8 coming up. So big defensive play for Houston here if they can get a stop. Bucs are 6 of 12 on 3rd. Houston is 2 for 9. 4:14 to go. 3rd and 8. 15 on the play clock. They can snap it under 4 minutes if they choose. From their own 37-yard line, back to pass is Baker. Oh, he's swarmed under for a sack, and that'll be 4th and long. And the punting unit will have to head to the field. Yeah, it's going to be more than 4th and 10. Clock continues to roll, and I don't think the Texans mind that now if they can get a drive going. That was Anderson, number 51 on the sack. Hunter was there too, but he got pushed just enough downfield to avoid the sack, but then the right tackle got beaten as well, and that was the sack. All right, 4th and 16. There's the kick in the air by Dixon. Not blocked this time. Caught at the 21 and returned. Far numbers. Far hash mark. 35, 40. Tripped up 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Oh, but we got a flag on the play. So might be coming back. Don't celebrate yet, Texans fans. We'll see what the call is. You're turning your TV. 3 minutes to go. Huge penalty coming up. We'll see what the penalty's for. Either way, it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Texans. Okay, come on. Oh, they picked up the flag. So the return stands. They were going to call Smith for a block in the back, and they waved it off. That looked like a block in the back. I think this should have come back. All right, the Texans are already in field goal range. They're inside the 30. I hear you. But yeah. Yeah, they picked up the flag. No foul. Looked like a block in the back by me. Or to my eyes, that looked like a clear block in the back. I'm not sure why they picked it up. 1st and 10, 3 minutes to go. All right. Would be nice if they got a touchdown, but we'll see. From the 26-yard line, they hand it off to Chubb. Chubb goes nowhere. That's either no gain or at most a gain of 1. Clock at 2:50 to go. So 2nd and they'll give them 1. 2nd and 9. They got to snap it once more before the 2-minute warning. Yeah, no field goal in this day and age is guaranteed. I know everybody's had the leg in preseason, but we saw a lot of misses yesterday. Yeah, I don't know why they picked up that flag. It was definitely number 11. They decided to pick it up. All right, they're at the 25-yard line. 2:18. Clock continues to roll. Another handoff to Chubb. Oh, he breaks free. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. All right, well, did the Bucs, in fact, let them score? I'm beginning to wonder. 19-14, and you got to figure they're going for 2. I don't think you just go up by 6. I think you got to try. It's a 25-yard rushing TD for Chubb. And I assume they're going to go for 2. Chubb just broke through a hole, and he only had 1 safety to beat, and he was gone. Number 31. Looks like Winfield, maybe? Had no shot at him. Just a burst by Nick Chubb. But I'm wondering if the Bucs maybe let them score there to have some time left. I don't know. I would think you'd try to stop him and hold him to a field goal, but what do I know? All right. In shotgun, 3 receivers to the top, back to throw, rushes on. He gets tackled and sacked on the 2-point, so no good. They have a 5-point lead. Bucs just need a touchdown. They have 2:10, 3 timeouts, and the 2-minute warning to work with. So big stop on the 2-point conversion. 19-14, 2:10 to go. Oh, let me put kickoff. We'll take possession away. Well, yeah, kickoff coming up for the Texans. Boy, I don't know. It was blocked well, but I don't know what the Bucs were lined up for defensively. They only had 1 safety. Oh, Nick Chubb. Thank you, Nick, says Javin Mason. Or is it Javen? I'll say Javin Mason. I guess it could be Javen. 152 to 84 rushing yards Bucs, but none bigger than that 25-yarder by Nick Chubb. But they did fail on the 2-point conversion. So Fairbairn kicks it. It's in the air. Taken at about the 5, returned by the far numbers to the 20, 25, 30, and tackled. And a late flag, really late, after the tackle with 2:04 to go second half or fourth quarter, late in the game here. You know what I meant. All right, what is the call on this return here? It was really late. Holding on the Bucs, so back them up. It was so late, though, I'm not sure what the line of scrimmage is going to be. 1st and 10, though, coming up for the Bucs. They still have... Okay, so Javin is right then? Okay. I think that's what I've been saying, too. But if it's a, just let me know. If it's an A like Mason, then just tell me. Okay, in shotgun, he's got Bucky Irving to his left. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, dumps it to Irving at the 20, 25, 30. Picked up the first down, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. They'll have it at their 31 or 32-yard line after a commercial break. 1st and 10. Good play to start the drive. Yeah, so that fumble by a couple of special teams gaffes. I mean, Baker fumbled, but they got the ball back. The blocked punt, that's the drive that stalled, right? But then they gave up a huge return. Initially, there was a flag on the field for number 11 for a block in the back, and they talked about it and ended up picking it up, which was an interesting call. Yeah, where was that? Yeah. Oh, that's right. White was the one that recovered that fumble, and he did come back in the game. I see the note here. He did return to the game. He got injured recovering that Baker Mayfield fumble. All right, now Nick Chubb has 12 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown, the long of 25. So he had 11 carries for only 18 yards before that. Yikes. And he finally surpasses Stroud as the leading rusher. And Bucky Irving and Rashad White have split it. So, yeah. All right, we got like 18 minutes till kickoff, so yeah, maybe we'll get there on time. Well, otherwise we'll join it in progress. Hope to see you here for Chargers Raiders as well. Thanks everybody for your support. Thanks for chatting. It makes the game go along and it makes it much more interesting. Good that we have a close game. Not good that it was 14-10 after the first two drives. All right, what's this replay? Oh. All right, well, the guy doing the officiating reviews said that it was a good job to pick up the flag. He said neither of them looked like, what you all needed for a illegal block in the back. And seeing the next replay, yeah, the first one didn't look as bad as it did from the other angle. All right, they're from their own 32, 1st and 10, shotgun, back to pass. Mayfield dumps it, and it's caught, and Irving gets taken down for no gain, 2nd and 10. What? Passing TDs in fourth quarter and overtime since 2023. He's got like 22. Mayfield back to pass. 2nd and 10. Throws down the left sideline and incomplete for Mike Evans. And it'll be a 3rd and 10. Now 1:32 to go. And you got to be thinking they're going to go for it. With all 3 timeouts, I suppose you could try to hold them to a quick 3 and out, but then, you still got to drive the length of the field for a touchdown. So, interesting call. Maybe they get enough to make it interesting. Maybe they pick it up on 3rd and 10, but we'll see. 3rd and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Shotgun, back to pass, looks, rolls to the near side. Throws down the field, overshot and incomplete. 4th and 10. He wanted number 2, Egbuka. and he just threw it out of the reach of him. He had both hands on the ball. We got 1:24 to go. They appear to be going for it, but we'll see for sure in a second. They rushed 4. They flushed him out to the near numbers. He threw on the run and just overshot, but even if he caught it, I think the defender would have knocked it free. He had a shot at it. I don't know. Egbuka got both hands on it. Maybe that counts as a drop, but that was a tough catch. 2-1, shotgun, back to pass, going for it. 4th and 10. He's in trouble. He escapes the pocket, gets the first down with his feet, gets knocked down at about the 45. They mark him maybe the 47. 1st and 10, clock rolling, 1:10 to go. And they're back in business. 3 fresh downs or 4 fresh downs. Still 3 timeouts. And they're only 53 yards away. Back to pass, looking, throws, caught, knocked forward out of bounds. So it should stop the clock at 52 seconds to go. 2nd down, gain, I don't know, gain of 5. We'll see. Yeah, just in the flat, he could have run again, but oh no, they're showing the run. Heck of a run and a pickup by Mayfield. Got hit, jumped forward. Yeah, he got close to the 47, I think. 2nd and 2, they're calling it. So a gain of 8. They're at the either a false start or a timeout. Timeout, D'Amico Ryans and the Texans. They have 2 remaining. We got a 2nd and 2 coming up. All right, wow, this got tight late in the game here. Again, we still got 13 minutes till the next game, so we'll see. Game will be on ESPN if you want to watch or listen, watch and chat along as well. This one is on ABC. Yeah, I'll have to see which is quicker, Unlimited or NFL Plus. See which one is ahead of the other. All right, 2nd and 2, 10 on the play clock. Shotgun, back to pass, rushes on, dumps it to Irving. Irving cuts up the field inside the 40, 35, 30, breaks a tackle down inside the 25, near the 22. And the Bucs call timeout with 42 seconds to go, but they have a 1st down, and they're only 22 yards from taking the lead. El-Shair, they're highlighting. Looks like he was on a QB spy. He had Irving, and he overran it. Couldn't even make it a hand on him. And he ended up pursuing and making the tackle. Petrie missed a tackle. 39 missed on a hit. Bullock missed. I mean, there was like 3 missed tackles before El-Shair saved it. And Barnett got there late. Ooh, they could have called him for a horse collar. He yanked Mayfield down. They could have easily had 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line and tacked that on him. A little shocked. Maybe because he was in the pocket. Maybe you have to be out of the pocket to get the horse collar call. That's the only thing I can think of. In shotgun, receivers to both sides, too. But he dumps it to Irving again at the 20, bowls forward, pushed out of bounds at about the 18 for a gain of 4 with 34 seconds left. So a 2nd, and we'll call it 6. Nope, they gave him 5. All right, 2nd and 5, 34 seconds left. Both teams still have 2 timeouts left. They're at the 18. They got to get to the 13 for a 1st down. In shotgun, 2 to each side. Back to pass, throws over the middle, caught for the 1st down and down at about the 7. 1st and goal, clock rolling. What do you do if you're Houston? 18 seconds, clock still rolling. Both teams 2 timeouts from the 7. Shotgun, Back to pass, caught at the 3 and knocked out of bounds. Number 88 on the catch. 9 seconds to go and a 2nd and goal coming up. Interesting call here. Not to take the timeouts and give yourself some time. Do you have time for one? You got to take 2 shots at the end zone here. You got timeouts, but you're really close. You could run the ball. You got lots of options, but you're running low on time. But obviously the Texans just got to play for the clock to run out. All right, under center. And I think Houston may have burnt another timeout to get a good look for their defense. Although the play clock was... All right, where are we at? Yep, all right, Houston takes their 2nd timeout. They have 1 left. All right, let's close the standings. Close that. Let's get the other game queued up. No. That's not what I wanted. Gosh darn it. All right. 2nd and goal from about the 2.5-yard line after the Houston timeout. Under center. Handoff up the middle to the goal line and a touchdown with 6 seconds to go. The Bucs are in the lead by 1. And it's 20-19. And of course, they'll go for 2. Rashad White on the 2-yard run. Oh, boy. Tough loss likely here for... unless they review this. White. If I said Irving, I was wrong. No, that's definitely a touchdown. Al-Shaair tackled him, but he was in the end zone. 11 plays, 80 yards, 2:04 off the clock. Pretty much timed it perfectly. And it looks like the Bucs take their first time out here. They have 2 remaining. So 20-19, pending the 2-point conversion. Looks like the Bucs are going to improve to 2-0, barring a miracle. They'll have to get it. Although they just had a huge punt return, but kick return's a whole different animal. Actually, now they say the Bucs are down to 1 timeout. I guess I missed one. Each team with 1 timeout remaining. 2-point attempt coming up. Not like they're going to have enough time to get in field goal range and to win it. Shotgun, back to pass, looking. Baker steps up, and he throws it to the end zone, incomplete, so it failed. We'll have a kickoff coming up. And we'll see if there's anything to be done here for the Texans to salvage a win here. All right, yeah, we will stop this stream immediately upon the conclusion and get the next one started. Make sure we get to the kickoff on time at 9:05 p.m. Central, 7:05 Pacific. And they're showing the incomplete pass just to see Mayfield getting rid of the ball, I guess. Excuse me. Good game, had a good start, good finish, but, well, that failing on that 2-point conversion came back to bite the Houston Texans. I mean, yeah, you go for it. You want to get a 7-point lead. You don't want to be give up a tie and then have all the Bucs need to do is kick the extra point to win the game. All right, taken at the 5, returned up the hash marks, and down. That's it. That's the game. 20-19 is your final score. So the Bucs get the win, and we will reset and start up the next stream. right on time, or a little late. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. On the way out, this is Sin Bin Stream. Hoping to see you in the next minute or two. Until then, take care. We'll see you. Good Monday night game coming next week. Lions, Ravens, 7:15 Central, I believe. All right. Thanks, everybody, and bye-bye.